Hello and welcome to World Talks on TVP World with me, Ashim Kumar. The launch of the Ax-4 mission, which will send Polish astronaut Sławosz Uznański-Wiśniewski to the International Space Station, has been postponed for the third time, now expected no earlier than Wednesday due to high winds. This will be the second time a Polish astronaut has travelled to space following General Mirosław Hermanczewski in 1978. We're joined by Maciej Myśliwiec, he's founder of the space agency, to discuss the mission's technical details and objectives. Welcome, sir, to TVP World, and thank you for taking the time.
Hello, it's great to be with you.
Hello, good to have you. So, what's going on? I mean, delay after delay. Why?
We have a sentence in space sector that space is hard, and we have to remember space is hard because it means that we cannot plan everything and expect that the plan will go exactly as we planned, right? And there are several reasons why we had delays. The first delays were connected to the capsule status, because we have to remember that Sławosz Uznański-Wiśniewski, our astronaut, and Axiom-4 mission will fly in the new capsule. It's going to be its maiden flight, and this maiden flight, for the first time, Axiom crew are going to fly the new capsule. This is the newest capsule, Dragon, provided by SpaceX. And before, we didn't have a full live clearance for the flight. That's why we've been waiting for the new date, and this date has been moved to June. And right now, we're still waiting for the new date because of the weather reasons. The weather is something which we cannot predict especially in Florida, because today, even if you can look, that there is a great sun behind me, and we witnessed actually the launch today because SpaceX delivered to orbit another Starlink satellites. There was no possibility to fly the crew because in the highest altitudes of the atmosphere, in the stratosphere, there were huge winds, which caused that the crew might had not possibility to have safe return in any cases. So that is why we had to postpone, SpaceX had to postpone the launch till tomorrow. And for now, we'll find out tonight if the tomorrow launch is possible. But as we heard at the press conference a couple minutes ago, it's 85% that we will fly tomorrow.
Okay, well, let's hope that the weather conditions are safe enough for the launch tomorrow.
If they weren't, they wouldn't even try to launch.
I'm sure that's true.
We may trust. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true. It is unusual, I think, for most people to imagine windstorms in the stratosphere, but well, there we go. We learn something new every day.
They're very, very fast winds, sometimes coming to 250 kilometers even.
Understood. Now, I mean, it must be stressful. I mean, that makes perfect logical sense. But you know, the astronauts are in quarantine. They can't live normal lives. Yeah. It must be very stressful for the four of them, waiting for the final green light, isn't it? How do they cope?
Yeah, the quarantine is necessary, and I believe that astronauts totally understand it, because we cannot allow any viruses, bacteria to be sent to and sold to the crew. That's why the quarantine is necessary, and sometimes this quarantine is just being extended, right? Of course, if the launch window, which we have right now, will not be used to the launch, the crew will be released for the quarantine and will be put to the quarantine for the next launch window. We don't know exactly when it will be right now, but you know, they are together, they are working together, they're preparing for the mission. They have another test, so I think they are focused very well on the mission objectives, and that's why they spend time on the quality time. But of course, they also had some online meetings with the families, with the friends. Also on last Friday, we had a wave of meeting when we had a chance to wave to them.
Having some connection problems there.
Yeah, but we're back. I believe.
Okay, great. Okay, so tell us, what is the mission? What is the purpose of the mission? What are the objectives?
So we have to analyze this mission on a different approaches, right? Because we have Axiom-4 mission, which is the multinational mission, American, Indian, Hungarian, and of course Polish. And Axiom-4 is a project conducted on a SpaceX Dragon spacecraft, and for now we expect that the whole mission will have around 60 experiments from different institutions from US, Hungary, India, and Poland. But also within the mission, there is the Ignis mission, the European Agency Space Mission, which is the Sławosz mission. And in this mission, Sławosz Uznański-Wiśniewski will conduct 13 experiments from Polish entities like universities, companies, scientific research entities. So they will cover the topics of AI, the data cases, also the biochemistry, biology. They will analyze how the algae are behaving in the flight to make sure that we can use them in the future Mars explorations. And also they will use some special nanomaterials to check if they can be used in a space exploration. But also Sławosz will conduct experiments during his sleep, because one of the experiments is focused on the sleep quality in the zero-G, so weightlessness, and it will bring some extra data for us to find out how to upgrade the quality of sleep in space.
Okay, now that, I mean, you just listed a whole range of experiments and data collection that's going to go on. Are these going to be brought together and combined towards some particular goal, or are they simply separate bits of data that have been requested by the separate stakeholders that you mentioned?
They are separate experiments because they have been chosen from the list of almost 60 experiments from Polish entities. And the main idea was to cover as much areas of the science as possible, because we have only 14 days right now. We don't know how it's gonna work with our future program. For now, we have Paul flying to space, so we want to do as much as we can on different disciplines, and all the experiments are provided by the scientific institutions. They have a plan, and some of them have been already delivered to ISS, to International Space Station, and they're already there, like Leopard ISS, which is one of the experiments connected with the AI and data, and some of them will come with Sławosz on board, right? So, and also we have to remember that Sławosz will have some educational experiments, which are prepared by the schools and educational institutions, and also he will connect with schools from the orbit. So I think it's going to be very interesting for the youngest space enthusiasts.
I'm sure it will be. So they're going to spend 2 weeks at the International Space Station. They're flying out of Florida, and they're going to be there for 2 weeks. What happens next? Because I'm sure the International Space Station's quite a busy place at the moment. There must be quite a traffic jam coming up there soon, no?
It is. That's why it's so important to fill in the launch window, because for now we have a docking port ready for the Dragon capsule. There is enough room on ISS to host another 4 astronauts. Also, there is no any docking planned during this time. That's why we have to remember it's not just that they shoot the rocket, they launch the rocket, and they can go to ISS. This is the huge logistics, right? Connected with different partners from different countries and different institutions. So we have to remember that if we don't fill this window, we have to look for another one. But I believe that we will fill this. We'll use this window to launch it. And it's a busy place. We have to remember this is the biggest construction in the world. Also, this is the construction which has been manned with people on board for 25 years almost. So we have to remember that since 2000, October 2000, people are always in space. So it's crucial for the space explorations. And now we have 73rd crew of ISS on board. So that explains how many people already been there. And I'm happy that for the first time that Paul will be there.
Indeed. Now, in the last minute or so that we have left, Maciej, tell us, what does this mean for Poland and its space exploration program?
It's very important because we remember that the last time we were in space in 1978 when General Mirosław Hermaszewski flew to space on board Soyuz 30. And right now, after 47 years, we have Sławosz, who's gonna fly, and who's gonna fly the full scientific mission. And all the entities I've been talking about, all these entities will reach something which is called the flight heritage. It means that they will have an experience of conducting experiments in space. This is crucial for the development. And also, we have to remember that mission will not end with the splashdown of the capsule. The mission will end when we will finish gathering all the data which we will conduct from the experiments. So that brings us to the conclusion that they will have many years ahead to analyze the data and to use it in the future exploration. Also, we have to remember that the mission is just the part of the Polish stake to ESA, and that means that we will have more money for Polish entities coming from ESA to conduct more research, to provide more technology. And I believe that this is going to be a kick, as it was in 1970s when General Hermaszewski flew to space. And also, it's going to be a kick for youngest enthusiasts who may start to think that it's a great idea to study STEM to become an astronaut one day. So I believe that we will have Sławosz Uznański when he will return, and we'll have many other young Poles who will want to be an astronaut.
Indeed, we look forward to that and a successful mission and a safe mission for all concerned. Thank you very much, Maciej, for joining us and laying that out for our audience. Have a good day.
My pleasure.
Bye-bye.
You too.
Thank you. And that brings us to the end of this episode of World Talks. Goodbye.